Is this the lab researching the stolen data?
It should be. It seems no one is here. Let's get this done. What is this? No.
What's wrong?
It seems Seiron's research has already progressed further than I expected. This is a plan to disperse the drug indiscriminately and turn an entire city into duds. If they use this, they may be able to turn all humans in New Himuka into duds.
What is Seiron thinking? Delete that right now. What's the matter? Delete the data, Luca.
I just had a strange thought. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if there were no powers?
What are you saying?
I've thought about it all my life. Our society is fixated on the superiority of powers. Whether you have powers or not decides your fate. But if all humans were duds, no one would ever have to worry about powers again. How much tragedy have you seen that would never have happened if there were no powers?
Calm down. Do you understand what you're saying?
I do.
Then you know that no tragedy will be prevented by a weapon like that. People cause those tragedies, not powers. Taking them away won't solve anything. I know this has been bothering you. I get worried when I think I might lose my power too. But that doesn't make it right to take them all away. You're the one that is most fixated on the superiority of powers.
I apologize. That was a bad joke.
Huh? That was a joke? Come on. Don't scare me like that.
Don't worry. I've deleted all data related to the research, including the backups.
That's a relief.
Let's go back. It's dangerous to teleport with so many others around. So we should take the same route we came.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. The way he was talking, even if it was a joke, he sounded kind of serious. He must have been really hurting to be tempted by it.
Our mission is complete. That was good work.
I'm glad nothing happened. You surprised me a little back there.
I was only teasing you. Besides, I'll be honest with you. I hated you for a bit.
What?
It was more jealousy than hatred. I've been a research subject ever since I was young. We're both duds, but your family still loved you. I thought that you could never really understand how I felt.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I didn't know you felt that way.
You don't need to apologize. What you said before made something clear to me. We see the world differently because we've lived different lives. And because of that, I think there are things I could learn from you. You're right. I am the one that is fixated on superiority of powers.
That was in the heat of the moment.
I'm embarrassed to have acted like such a child. Are you disappointed that someone like me is a Septentrion?
No. I'm glad you told me how you really feel. I hope you'll feel free to be honest with me in the future.
You certainly are honest to a fault. Perhaps I could learn that as well. So, should we run back to the hideout?
What? It's pretty far. You're here, so why don't we teleport?
Stamina is just as important as strength. Let's go.
That's not what I meant when I said to feel free.
Do you ever get tired of being a member of the OSF?
The reality is different from my idea.
That's true. You did choose to join us of your own will. I respect you for seeing the realities of the OSF and remaining unswayed. I'd like to talk with you some more. I hope you feel the same way.
Of course. You know a lot of stuff, so it's fun talking to you. Arashi hasn't mentioned the forced break program to me once since then. I wonder why she wanted to make it in the first place. She said it was to help people like me rest. She also said I was just like someone... I know! I'll call that person up! She isn't going to like this, but if it helps get the issue out... Hey, Arashi. Remember how you told me that I was like Major General Fubuki?
Oh, that? I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, you two are alike. Especially how earnest and naive you are.
You told me to rest and relax because being too earnest wasn't good. But I think those words and the forced break program were meant for him.
That's an interesting idea. What makes you think that?
There's a lot of reasons, but I guess seeing him work until he collapsed sealed the deal. Whenever I see him, I do think he really needs someone to force him to rest. If that's the case, I think you should be telling all of this to him instead of me.
Even if you're right, that sounds like a pain.
I thought you'd say that. I'm sorry for doing this behind your back. But I invited Major General Fubuki here. He should arrive any minute now.
What?
I received a message from Yuito. He said you wanted to talk to me, Arashi?
Fubuki? I had no idea you were so nosy, Yuito.
You're the one who started this by trying to force me to rest, so consider this payback.
I can't believe you.
Arashi? Yuito? What's going on?
Sorry, Fubuki, but I don't really have anything to talk to you about.
Arashi, come on.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say. However, I know it's wrong to push my own values on you. I won't criticize or deny the way you live just because we think differently. I suppose I was conceited to think that I was always right.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Really? It's the conclusion I drew from my latest experiment.
Experiment?
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. It's all thanks to the wonderful test subject I had. In other words, you just have to follow your gut.
Arashi.
Arashi.
Just don't push yourself too hard. I can't support you if you collapse. Like, physically.
I know. Thank you.
Sorry, maybe I did stick my nose where it didn't belong.
That's all right. That was surprisingly cathartic. I've been avoiding that conversation because I thought it was too much of a pain. Seems like I had a lot I kept bottled up inside. I feel a bit better now.
Really? That's good.
So here's a token of my appreciation. Take it.
Appreciation? My vision!
It's the light version of the break program. It starts spinning your vision so you'll...
I'm getting dizzy.
Yes, that was awesome! How's that for relaxing, Yuito?
You're actually pissed, aren't you?
Looks like you're working hard. I don't think it's a good idea to work too hard, though.
You're one to talk.
You don't care enough about slacking off. It's not a bad thing. When you know your own strength and rest when you need it, you'll be a better soldier. Work on that. There's a lot of people who will be sad if you fall. I'm one of them.
You have potential. However, you should not overdo it.
Thanks.
There's that stupid face again.
That's how you start a conversation?
Sorry, I call it like I see it. I suppose I'm getting used to it, though. You make sure to stay alive so I can always see your stupid face. not what I wanted, but I'm beginning to see how to handle you. Yuito, I need to talk to you.
Now what? Did you come to insult me again?
No, I don't want anyone else to hear. We're going to Musubi's, come on.
Hey, wait, I didn't agree. Oh, man. I can't take this guy. So, what do you want?
We had an argument last time.
Yeah, I remember. You don't want to pick up where we left off, do you? I've had enough of that.
No, I don't. I was too emotional before, so I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said I'm sorry. What's strange about that? I know when I've gone too far.
Yeah, I said things I didn't mean to. But I didn't expect you to just apologize.
I called you a pampered little boy. But when I thought of your circumstances, I realized I was wrong. You lost both your parents, then almost lost your memory. You've had plenty of your own hardships.
Well, when you say it like that... Did I really have it that hard?
Will you accept my apology?
Yeah, I accept.
Just to be clear, I'm only apologizing for what I was wrong about. It's true that you're a dimwit, so I won't apologize for that.
Can't he be a little nicer? I guess that's just his personality.
Speaking of hardships, you said you were a dud. Do you actually know what that means?
Huh? It means someone born without powers.
Do you really understand that? You say it like it doesn't affect you. They have it harder than even civilians. They're powerless.
Well, it's kind of unclear. Wait, are you worried about me?
No. I can't understand how you could say that so lightly. No matter what the official stance is, people without powers are discriminated against. It doesn't matter if you're a Sumeragi or not. No matter how much they flatter you to your face, they're laughing at you in their heads. I don't think I could handle that.
I know that people won't look at me the same, but it won't change who I am. There are people who see me for me, not as a psionic or as a Sumeragi.
I can't tell if you're tough or just stupid. You've had so many bad experiences, but you look so self-assured. When I see you, it makes me think I can't whine about my little problems.
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm surprised you want to whine sometimes.
It's not that I want to whine. There are things I'm not pleased about. I've worked so hard, but my real ability still isn't appreciated in the OSF. It's irritating.
Oh yeah, I think I know what it feels like to not be appreciated too. People don't see how hard I work because I'm a Sumeragi. Just like you.
Huh. Way to be insulting without trying. I'll give you some advice. If you feel like you're not being appreciated, then get so strong that people have to appreciate you. That's the only way. It's what I worked so long for, and what I'll keep working for.
Wow. You can be unexpectedly passionate.
Unexpectedly? Why is it unexpected?
I just always thought you were the cool guy. I didn't think we'd have anything in common.
Stop it. We don't have anything in common. I'm not a pampered boy like you.
Yeah, we're not alike at all. I mean, I'm not rude like you.
What?
If you had been nicer about your advice before... Oh, that's right. I haven't thanked you yet. I had trouble listening, but once I put the insults aside, I realized it was pretty good advice. Thanks.
Of course it was. I'm always studying battles to get better than I am now.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Will you give me more advice sometime?
Sure. But I won't be so nice next time, so don't cry about it.
I'll be ready. I'm counting on you.
Stop furrowing your brow the moment...
I could say the same to you.
That makes two of us then. Makes me angry that we're alike. But I guess you could say I'm rubbing off on you. You should keep climbing to get on my level.
My first impression of you was the worst. But now, I'm willing to say you're the second to worst.
Are you trying to be nice? I guess I'm grateful that I'm better now.
I didn't really talk to Kasane about the fact that the person who raised her was my mother. Hey, Kasane. Do you have a minute?
Sure, what is it?
I wanted to talk to you about my mother. I thought you may want to as well.
Yes. Will you come with me to Mizuhagawa?
Why?
I thought it would be best to talk somewhere private. I also want to get some combat in.
So you want to get some field training? Great. I'll make lunch then. We'll probably get hungry.
This isn't a picnic. Fine.
Good. Then we'll leave in an hour. We don't get to do this too often, so I'll make the best lunch that I can. Looks like we took care of most of the others around here. Let's take a break. Here's your lunch.
Oh.
She's not saying anything. Maybe she doesn't like some of the vegetables. Or maybe I tried too hard? I was going to make something simpler, but I got carried away. Is it too much?
It's fine. It tastes fine too.
Thanks. So, let's talk while we eat. I was surprised that you called my mom Mother.
You're the one that called my mother Mom.
That's the same... No, wait. I guess she raised you first.
Mother raised me when she was in Togetsu. Then she had you and your brother in Suo.
That means you're like my big sister then.
Wait a minute. Why am I your big sister?
You were raised first, so that means you're older than me.
Oh, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought about it that much.
She is rather indifferent sometimes. Well, we really don't pay attention to actual age in the OSF.
I don't have memories from when Mother went away until I was adopted by the Randalls.
That's when my brother and I were born, so it must have been about 10 years. Were you in cryogenic sleep or something?
That's most likely the case. All I remember is losing my mother, and how painful it was.
Oh, right. But I was born because she left Togetsu, so that's a good thing for me, at least.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That was a little insensitive.
No. It's true that if Mother had stayed in Togetsu, you wouldn't have been born.
So, I guess I should call you Big Sister now?
Stop it. The only big sister I know is Naomi. It doesn't suit me.
Okay, I won't say it anymore. Whew, that was quite the feast. Not too bad if I do say so myself.
Yes, it was good, thanks. How do you feel about seeing Mother?
It was necessary in order to save the world. But in truth, I was really happy to see her.
Me too. The moment I saw her face, it was like I was a child again. It was really strange.
Neither of us had seen her since we were young. There's just so much I want to tell her about.
So do I. I wonder if we'll have the time, though.
That's hard to say. Did you ask her how long she can stay in this time?
No, I haven't had the chance. I hope she'll stay forever.
Yeah. But as much as I want her to, I know in my heart that she won't be with us that long.
You're right. But we can't just spend all of our time being sad about it.
Yeah. Sorry for being a downer.
I wasn't accusing you of anything. I just don't want to think that not seeing her is the end of the relationship. Even if we can't be together, it doesn't mean we'll forget the people who loved us.
I was just a kid, but but I remember being so happy when I was with my mom.
As long as we have those memories, no matter how much time passes, we're all still connected.
I like that way of thinking. Even without the red strings, our hearts are connected over time.
Yes. Though it sounds rather trite when you put it into words.
Really? I don't think it does. I will say the ability to time travel has really messed with us. But I am very thankful that it allowed me to see my mom again.
Yes. I have more good memories now.
Promise not to laugh, but when I actually saw her again and heard her voice, I felt a lump in my throat and almost started to cry. I actually did cry a little, though.
Why would I laugh at you for that? I felt the same way.
I guess we've gotten a little too comfortable here.
This is perfect. Let's get a workout in before we head back.
Okay. Let's take care of this together.
Stay on guard. It might not be just them. Connect with SAS and don't forget your surroundings.
She said it doesn't suit her, but she is like a big sister sometimes.
What? You look like you want to say something.
Oh, it's nothing. Let's go.
Oh, Yuito. I wanted to talk to you.
Sure, what is it?
I just wanted to thank you. It's strange, but whenever I talk to you, I feel relieved. It's kind of like you're to me what Baki is to you.
I wonder if I understand your feelings better. Communicating with someone is difficult.
Yeah, it's not like I'm good at it either, but I get what you're saying.
I'm sorry I made you all worry.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, and we have to hurry back to the Kunad Gate.
We're going back there again? Do you know what we can do about it, Mother?
Yes. We must get rid of the entanglements in the Kunad Gate, or the world will eventually be destroyed.
Entanglements? What are they?
We should head to the Kunad Gate before I explain it further.
Okay. Then we'll go to the Kunad Highway. Everyone get ready. Mom, you can have a seat here.
Thank you. You got so big.
Huh? That was sudden.
You joined the OSF. How's Kaito? Are you getting along with your older brother?
He's good. We don't really get along anymore.
Oh. Can you tell me what's happening in your time, in the present?
And that's basically it. The only other thing is the existence of the Kunad Gate.
Thank you. Along with Babe's data, I think I understand a lot now. Are we almost ready to leave?
Oh, yeah. We are. Mom?
You're just like your father.
Huh? No. Kaito is the one who looks like Dad. Actually, people tell me I'm not much like him.
I'm not talking about your face. It's how you act. Yuito, about your father... I'm sorry I didn't tell you what he was doing. He did awful things, but it was him that saved me from Togetsu. He was kind. Kaito said he would change this country too. He's wanted to be a politician ever since he was little. But I guess he could only take your father's path as well.
Kaito did, but
It's all right. You and Kaito are your father's and my children. I know you'll make up someday.
Right.
Things are moving fast, but I'm hoping you can tell us how to deal with the Kunad Gate. You said something about entanglements?
Ultimately, Yuito and Kasane have to enter the Kunad Gate and unravel the entanglements. What I'm telling you here is just a concept. The traces interfering with time should look like tangled red threads. According to Togetsu's theory, whenever you jump through time, a dimensional hole like the Kunad Gate is created, but it should then disappear. The reason this hasn't disappeared is because Yuito and Kasane's powers resonated. The Kunad Gate is different from the theorized gates in that it's persisting in a distorted state. Using a distorted gate for a time jump creates entanglements. If you can unravel those entanglements, you can close the Kunad Gate.
Distorted? I don't really get it yet. But when you say enter the Kunad Gate, do you mean go into that hole in the sky?
That strange space. Is it inside the Kunad Gate? You saw it too, when the gate first opened.
Oh, that place with all the weird images?
That's right. That strange space that Kasane mentioned exists inside the Kunad Gate. It is a concept of space that only exists for those with the red string's power. Togetsu called it the Chronos Terminal.
Perhaps it's a kind of station, or junction point, for traveling through time.
So only Yuito and Kasane can perceive it. I guess that explains why we didn't notice it when we jumped to the future.
When there is time contact between 2020, when the gate was made, and another time, entanglements are created.
Time contact? Is that any different from time travel?
It's a broader definition of time travel. Even if you don't arrive at that time, even if you just attempt. Basically, if someone with the red string's power even touches that time, there is a trace. That is time contact. The only way to actually see which times have entanglements is for the two of you to go and check for yourselves.
So I guess the only thing we can do is leave it to Yuito and Kasane.
Even if we find the entanglements, we won't know how to unravel them until we see them.
The Chronos Terminal is conceptualized by your powers, so you'll know how to unravel them. Not with reason, but with intuition. Also, I'm weak, but I can use the red strings, so I'll support you from here.
Okay, so we just need to use the red strings again and enter the Chronos Terminal.
I'm going with you this time.
You don't know what kind of dangers will be there. Make sure you're ready before you go.
If it gets dangerous, you both come right back.
Don't worry, we will. Just take care of my mother. Keep her safe.
It's all right. Don't worry. We will protect Wakana.
All right, we don't have much time. Let me know when you're ready.
Mom, I saw you again after all these years, but we haven't really talked. I get that the situation won't allow it, but...
Good to go, Kasane?
I'm ready.
Focus your consciousness together. Picture the site of the Chronos Terminal.
To the Chronos Terminal.
We will unravel those entanglements.